Alright guys, today's the day. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna get this cleaned up and get a fall garden going. We're actually doing it. You can see that I started. I figured that I'd get some of this on video for you, and also the bugs were coming after me, so I am now slathered in essential oils. So we'll see if the peppermint and the citronella work. So I'm gonna get you set up on the tripod and get working on pulling this stuff out. Before I do so, just wanted to show you what I've got in the pile here real quick. I've got so this is what I pulled from. So this is pumpkin and squash. So the leaves are thoroughly covered in powdery mildew. That's why they look white like that. And I also see that I have squash bug eggs. So this is a pile of stuff that I don't want to go back there in the compost. So I'm going to debate between whether or not this goes and gets bagged up in the trash bags, or if I have time to take it up to our little local dump that we have. So we'll figure that out, but let's get working. Alright guys, so I didn't realize that there's actually a pumpkin growing back there, and I did unfortunately clip the piece that it was attached to. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. This is what it looks like on the other side. And these are the sugar pie pumpkins, so they are supposed to be completely orange. So this may be nothing more than a decoration. But I didn't actually think there was anything growing back there other than this squash in the middle. So if you can, tug at a few things. It really is my goal to get all of this out of here. However, if I can let things ripen the rest of the way, I would love to. So my goal is to keep that squash right there where it is and just cut up to the point of hopefully. Hey guys, alright, so I lost my video there for a moment because of an emergency alert. So I'm back. What I didn't realize is I thought I was being careful and I accidentally cut the main stem to this. However, I didn't realize it has bug damage. So that's okay. So now we're gonna get that all torn out, which is great because there are a lot of different weeds in there, poke weeds and such. So we're gonna get this taken care of. I've moved into the thick of it here. I'm gonna come back around on that side and start to get this stuff that's in the walkway. So this is actually supposed to be a walkway here, and we got tomatoes growing. I see a mulberry tree. There's just a lot of stuff that needs to come out. Alright, so I spent a little more time trying to get this out. There's that mulberry tree, so you don't want to leave the root in there. Same thing goes for these poke weeds down here. So pokeweed, and there's the taproot. If you let the taproot go, it will take over into a massive plant that is nearly impossible to get rid of. Ask me how I know. I had my first year being new to Pennsylvania, there was a pokeweed in the back, and I was like, let's see what this will do. And now I can't get rid of it. It's massive. Thankfully, it is out back by my garage and not currently that much of an issue. Alright, so you see that I'm pulling out tomato plants that do have tomatoes on them. Sometimes you just gotta make some, I'm so sorry, bugs guys, some hard choices and pull some stuff out. So that's what I'm doing here. I do obviously have tomatoes in the garden that aren't doing super great, but I'm still getting some tomatoes. Alright, so this is where we're at. We have this bed cleaned out at the end. we've got this glorious walkway now. This walkway still needs work because it's got, like, if I get down in here, I still have roots that are stuck. So there's stuff that still needs to be done, and this is gonna need serious mulching, some cardboard again. But that's a problem for another day. This is a great start. Now I can walk through the garden and I can actually take care of things going on in these beds. So I've got the tomato that I told you I'm gonna get trimmed up. Probably going to pull out this brassica here and start over. I might leave some just to see what happens. They've been in here since the start of the season and they're cooler weather crops. So I don't know if it'll actually start producing when it does cool off. But I am gonna do a new round of those in some spaces that we clear out. Still got some stuff back there that needs to come out, but that's another walkway to tackle. We've got our roselle here. And now I can see that there are peppers. So I'm probably gonna harvest those early so that the earwigs don't get to them if they haven't already. But that's pretty cool. I made the choice to keep this volunteer tomato here. It's got potato leaves. Pretty sure I didn't stick this over here. If I did, it's a brandywine yellow, so maybe I'll still get some of those yet. But they're looking a bit small and roundish, so I think that might be left over and a volunteer. Down here, we're gonna leave this for now. It's protecting my soil. It's still healthy, it's fine. And then over here, we've got this stuff that needs to come out, but we've tackled a lot. So I wanted to do this one and show you me doing this. I know it's gonna be a time lapse, but this is what we ended up with our pile here. So, excuse the gloved finger there. This is the pile we ended up with. Pretty extensive, and I just wanted to give you some encouragement to get this done. I think this probably took me, I don't know, maybe half an hour. If I hadn't done the video, it would definitely be a half hour. I did take a break for lunch, so there's that. But I've got a lot of work to do inside on the computer, and the bugs are ridiculous, so I'm gonna figure out what to do with this pile here. And that is it for this video. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.